Good evening. Good evening, everyone. His Excellency Sharif Mahmoud Saeed Isa, Ambassador of the Arab Republic of Egypt to the UAE. His Excellency Dr. Mudaffar Mustafa Al-Jubouri, Ambassador of the Republic of Iraq to the UAE. Dr. Shamshir Wayalil, Founder and Chairman of Burjeel Holdings. Respected officials from the International Patient Care Department at the Department of Health, esteemed leaders of Burjeel Holdings, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We are pleased to welcome you to a truly special occasion, the launch of a pioneering and promising milestone in specialized healthcare, particularly in orthopedic surgery and limb reconstruction. Today, we celebrate the official opening of Al Muderis Osseointegration Clinic at Burjeel Medical City. This initiative is led by the globally renowned Professor Dr. Munjed Al Muderis, whose groundbreaking work has transformed countless lives. This clinic marks a significant leap forward in bone and limb surgery, bringing world-class, cutting-edge medical care to the UAE and the wider region. Now it is my great honor to introduce Dr. Dror Paley, CEO and founder of the Paley Middle East Clinic. Dr. Paley is a leading expert in limb lengthening, deformity correction, and limb reconstruction. He has performed more than 40K successful procedures, positively changing the lives of patients across the globe. He has also trained hundreds of orthopedic surgeons, sharing his expertise and passion with the next generation. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. Dror Paley to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening. It's a pleasure to stand up here for the third time. I remember in January 2024, when we opened the Paley Middle East Clinic here, beautiful reception. I guess that's 2.5 years ago. And it seems like yesterday, but we've come such a long way. We've had many visits by surgeons from the Paley Orthopedic and Spine Institute in the US. And we have 29 surgeons, the latest of which, I'm pleased to tell you, is Dr. Munjed Al Muderis. We are, the Paley Institute started actually this week, May 29th, I opened the Institute in Florida 16 years ago. And when I opened it, I was a single surgeon. We didn't have anyone else. Now, 16 years later, we have 29 surgeons. We have become the world's largest orthopedic medical tourism center in the world. And we have expanded from one surgeon to 29, from one center to already 4 institutions around the world, one of the prize ones being right here in Abu Dhabi. When I came, my vision was, there's got to be other people like me who attract medical tourism. And I looked for those kind of doctors, specialists who were #1 in their field, the best of the best. And we've slowly accumulated surgeons who are #1 in their field. The latest of these, I'm very proud, is Dr. Al Muderis, who is absolutely recognized around the world as #1 in his field. Munjed developed and expanded a new field of orthopedics. It's referred to as osseointegration, but really what it is a technique to improve the lives of amputees. all kinds of amputees, above knee amputee, below knee amputee, transhumeral, forearm, and so on. Munjed developed the implants that are the best in the world for doing this, the techniques that are the best in the world for doing this, and is recognized around the world as the leading expert in this. Patients come from all over the world to his center in Sydney, Australia, for this kind of treatment. What's exciting now is that technology is going to be available not only in Florida, where he's moving as of next week, but here at Burjeel Medical City and at the Paley Middle East Clinic. In fact, he's already done his first osseointegration surgeries right here. This is going to not only give hope and incredible treatment to so many Emiratis that unfortunately have suffered from road traffic accidents, war injuries, diabetes, tumors, and so on, and ended up with amputations. But also, it's going to attract medical tourism from all over to come here to Abu Dhabi to be treated. So I'm very proud to have Munjed join the Paley Institutes, plural, and to see him doing his incredible limb-saving work in the US, in Abu Dhabi, and other places in the world. And Munjed has partnered now with the Burjeel group to not only develop this clinic, but hopefully other osseointegration clinics around the world, because this is such an important technology and there's so few surgeons doing this, and why not get the best? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Paley. As for now, allow me to introduce the visionary whose name this clinic proudly bears, Professor Dr. Munjed Al Muderis, an internationally renowned orthopedic surgeon known for his groundbreaking work in osseointegration and limb reconstruction for amputees. Professor Al Muderis is a fellow at the Royal Australian College of Surgeons and holds a doctorate in medical science from the University of Notre Dame, Australia. He serves as a clinical professor at Macquarie University Medical School and head of the Department of Lower Limb Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine at MQ Health, Sydney. He is among a very select group of surgeons globally who specializes in transmural and transhumeral amputations and osseointegration, having helped more than 1,200 patients regain mobility and reclaim their lives. Professor Dr. Al Muderis, we invite you to the stage.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. I would like to start by saying Assalamu alaikum jami'an, peace upon you all. I'm very humbled to be presenting in front of you all. It is a great opportunity to unite the whole world. And what's amazing is seeing all these people in front of us coming from all around the world, gathering here in Abu Dhabi, uniting to help each other, help other humans. I started my journey in Baghdad. I was born in Iraq to a family that descend from royalty. And I lived a very privileged life until the day came where I was forced to leave my country. Never wanted to go out of the country, but because of actions of a dictator, I had to flee. I ended up on a leaky boat seeking refuge in Australia. I never knew that I'm going to be ending in Australia. Spend a year in detention center, spend time in prison because of my big mouth and fighting for human rights. And then after getting out of that miserable time, I started pursuing my dream of making half human, half machine. It's a dream that I had when I was a child. 1984, I watched that movie, The Terminator, which fascinated me about how we can make humans function, especially growing up in a country that have seen wars after wars and seen so many disabled people in the streets. I wanted to help. So I climbed the ladder in Australia and I got to what I wanted to do by pursuing my dream of creating osseointegration surgery. And then this technology was very, very outside the box. It's an innovative technology that revolutionized the rehabilitation of amputees from a technology that is 600 years old, which is the socket-mounted prosthesis. The term osseointegration was coined by Per Ingvar Brennemark, who I have to mention. To his credit, we now have titanium implants. And he was a pioneer in the field, and he invented the dental implant technology. And from there, this evolved to help amputees. So I came up with this idea about making single-stage osseointegration surgery where we can insert an implant into the residuum of an amputee and allowing the patient to walk better, improving their mobility, restoring their function, and reducing their pain. Initially, we faced a lot of resistance because people did not want to have change. And then we persevered. We surrounded ourselves with clinicians who are expert in the field. We studied every single case, we published, and we've proven the results. And I have one of my fellow patients, who I'm proud to call friend, Glenn, who I'm sure he will be very happy to speak to you. He's been 13 years, a live example of the success of this technology. Please feel free to speak to him afterward. Eventually, we decided, after proving that this concept had worked, I wanted to pursue my ultimate dream, which is getting this technology to people who need it most, people who cannot afford it in developing countries. Unfortunately, as human beings, we have this nature that we fight and we enter wars. And as a result of that, a lot of casualties occur all around the world. So I pursued another path by doing humanitarian work, going to Ukraine, going to Iraq, going to many other places that suffered war, and offering my services. And now, finally, we came along. I mean, I'm very, very humbled and I feel very privileged that Dr. Paley, who's regarded by many to be a massive giant in the orthopedic world. To his credit, Prof. Paley have shaped the way deformity in children and adults, the way we know it nowadays. Since medical school, we read about the Paley approach, and it was always a dream to meet this man. And now here I am. I'm sitting there beside him, and I've been very honored to accept his partnership. So thank you, Dro, for... And I will always be grateful to Dro acknowledgement for me. And funny enough, I was sitting in theater yesterday, and someone sent me a link to the front page of the British Orthopaedic Association journal, and I didn't know what's in it. And I looked at it, and there was 4 people mentioned: Elizarov, who's another giant, or the giant of deformity correction, and then Dro Paley, and then Samianto, and all of a sudden I look at my name there. So I nearly cried when I saw that I'm regarded among these giants. So thank you very much. I would like to say final words. And I said that I received an award as a GQ Man of the Year in 2019 here in Abu Dhabi in the Louvre. And it is a shame that we see in this region, which has so much history, so much power, so much richness, that people fight with each other and countries enter wars instead of learning from the founders of this country, who concentrated their effort, utilized their resources to build giant cities from sand. So it is very, very impressive and very important that we learn from the vision of the founders of this country. And we all should learn a lesson that we should concentrate on looking after our people and looking after our children, looking after the future. So I hope that we will be accepted forever here in Abu Dhabi and the United Arab Emirates. And I would like to thank the locals for having us here. And I would love to build bigger bridges between us and our brothers and sisters here. And hopefully one day we will build osseointegration here on this land. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Munjed Al Muderis. As for now, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to invite Dr. Munjed again, please, to the stage on the left side, and Dr. Paley to inaugurate the Al Muderis Osseointegration Clinic. Please join us on the stage. You will see an iPad with two buttons in the center. To start the event, I kindly ask Dr. Paley to press the button labeled Unlock the Products. And now I kindly ask Dr. Al Muderis pressing the Reveal Story button.
When I looked at the way amputees are managed, it is a technology that was invented in 1529, and nothing has changed since that day. I embarked on developing a new system called osseointegration surgery for amputees, where we implant the prosthesis into the skeleton and connect it to a prosthetic limb through a small opening in the skin. The body does not recognize it as a foreign material, and the bone grow into it, and that will initiate a mind control movement of the body. Patients, they just want to walk, they want to get back to their active life, they want to get back to their families, and because of the injuries they suffer from, they are physically disabled, but what really pleases me is to see them that mentally and psychologically they are very strong. And now we have over 1,000 patients working with osseointegration devices. It is a solid evidence that this technology does work. I made a promise myself that before the day I die, I want this technology to become available to people who need it most, so no one with an amputation would struggle with a socket prosthesis anymore.
I am Munjed Al Muderis. I'm a professor of orthopedics, specializes in deformity correction and osseointegration surgery. I'm very pleased to announce that at Burjeel Medical City, in collaboration with the Paley Institute, we will establish the Al Muderis Osseointegration Center, which will be a state-of-art place where we can perform osseointegration surgery, deformity correction, limb lengthening, and have a great collaboration with the excellent team that work here and utilize the skills that many clinicians have from the Paley Institute in Palm Beach, the team that we have in Sydney, and the team that we have here in Abu Dhabi at Burjeel Medical City. This is an excellent new venture that will provide an excellent service for the local Emirati patients and the Middle East in general. Also, it can extend to people from Europe, from Middle Asia, and other parts of the world. The coming days will be very exciting, and I'm very happy to be working in collaboration with the team here at Burjeel Medical City. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Munjed Al Muderis and Dr. Paley. As for now, ladies and gentlemen, we will present a short video explaining the osseointegration technique for prosthetic limb patients and how it is revolutionizing amputee care.
I embarked on developing a new system called osseointegration surgery for amputees, where we implant the prosthesis into the skeleton and connect it to a prosthetic limb through a small opening in the skin. The body does not recognize it as a foreign material, and the bone grow into it, and that will initiate a mind control movement of the body. The sense of position that is completely lost within amputation is restored. And now we have over 1,000 patients working with osseointegration devices. It is a solid evidence that this technology does work. I made a promise myself that before the day I die, I want this technology to become available to people who need it most, so no one with an amputation would struggle with a socket prosthesis anymore.
The OPL system is the world's most widely used osseointegration implant. This cutting-edge technology is precision-engineered from titanium to form an intramedullary stem which is implanted directly into the residual bone of the amputee to achieve maximum stability. The surface of this innovative implant is treated with a highly porous plasma-sprayed coating. The highly biocompatible macroporous surface encourages the rapid integration of bone tissue, making the bone implant interface a single, solid unit which provides improved stability immediately. Designed as a modular implant, the OPL system is available in 4 unique stem types, with an excess of 150 stem sizes to be utilized for short or long residual limbs. This allows surgeons to achieve a perfect, bespoke, custom fit for every patient.
And next, ladies and gentlemen, I invite Mr. Shamshir Wayalil to share a few words on this occasion.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Dr. Dror. Thank you, Ambassador of Iraq to UAE. Munjed, you've made our day. We've been waiting for this. And I have a very short role. Thank you, DOH. Janet is here. We have some of the patients who flew in from Australia. Glenn, thank you for coming. I have seen a lot of children around here with prosthesis. And you said one very interesting thing about the leadership. The leadership here is the kindest, the most generous, and the most purposeful leadership that you will ever see in your life. And they're one of the fastest thinkers. They move faster than this. Otherwise, this place would not have been existing. So what I want to do is, Dror, with your permission, I want to sponsor 10 cases of osteointegration. Actually, I just got a call from my wife to tell me to do this, so I have to thank her for this initiative. And I think we'll do a lot more cases. But always when we start with a touch of charity, a touch of generosity, we have always done exceedingly well. I want to thank you once again. Thank you, my brother Umran. Thank you, everyone. I hope we'll be doing much more brighter things in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shamshir Wayalil. As for now, ladies and gentlemen, let us hear from one of the clinic's inspiring patients, Mr. Glenn Bedwell, who has undergone successful treatment.
Thank you very much for your warm welcome, and let me say what a beautiful facility this is. And I'd like to thank all of the staff that we've been interacting with the last day or so. Everybody is so friendly and kind. I guess very quickly tell you my journey as far as becoming an amputee and osseointegration. I lost my right leg above knee in 1991 due to a traumatic vehicle accident where I was stuck between 2 motor cars. I was packing the boot of my wife's car and a drunk driver ran into the back of that car and took my right leg off above the knee. Medical staff in North Queensland spent a month trying to save my leg, but unfortunately, after a month, I got an infection in there, and what was left of the new artery blew out. I extenuated, lost all my blood, but I was found, fortunately, and filled with blood again and back alive. I was very fortunate. I found an extremely good prosthesist in Sydney, Australia, and he made some wonderful sockets for me. They were very comfortable. They worked just fine for a little bit over 20 years. And then in 2012, the skin around my stump became intolerant to all of the silicons that the sockets were made out of. We tried multiple different brands and types, stiff silicon, roll-on soft silicon, creams, gels. Nothing would allow my skin to tolerate the silicon. Very fortunate. That's when I heard about Professor Munjed Al Muderis. I came to Sydney, was interviewed by him. He checked out my physiology, my bone structure, suggested that I'd be a very good candidate for osseointegration, but he denied me osseointegration because I was a cigarette smoker at the time, and he denied osseointegration to any cigarette smoker. I threw away what I had. Munjed called me 3 months later, said, "How are you going?" I said, "I haven't had a cigarette since we spoke." And he said, "Okay, come to Sydney and I'll do osseointegration." What I need to tell you is the only reason I decided to accept that and have osseointegration was so that I could wear a prosthesis. That was my total thought at the time. But what I found out after having osseointegration, there were so many more benefits. I lived in the tropics, worked in the tropics, and my job function was walking around on a tile floor like this, 10-hour shifts. With the socket, I used to have to take it off every few hours, empty the liquid out and dry it and that sort of thing. Osseointegration, no issues at all. No pressure sores, no sebaceous cysts anymore, no ingrown hairs, no rubbing here, there and everywhere. For over 20 years, I couldn't sit on a bar stool and enjoy a beer. I couldn't ride a push bike. I had to use crutches when I was to and from a shower, or crutches into and out of a swimming pool. After osseointegration, all of those issues went away. I could ride a push bike, I could sit on a bar stool, I have a shower leg, a waterproof leg, so I stand on 2 legs in the shower, I jump into a swimming pool, swim, climb up the ladder to get out. I'm not disabled anymore. I don't consider myself an amputee, if you like, because I have 2 legs that work now because of osseointegration. I have feeling through the prosthetic. I can feel the ground under my prosthetic foot, and I know where my leg is in space because it's connected to my bone structure. So I will be forever grateful to Munjed, providing me with osseointegration. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Glenn Bedwell, for sharing your story. Stories like yours inspire healing, resilience, and renewed hope. Next, I invite Dr. Mushtaba Ali Khan, CEO of Burjeel Medical City, to share a few words on this occasion. Please welcome Dr. Mushtaba to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. First of all, what an honor. What an honor to be a part of an organization, to be a part of an institution, and collaborate with Dr. Paley as well as Dr. Munjed and the whole team to be able to provide patients and these patients who might have lost hope otherwise, a whole new life. Dr. Paley was saying right before this was there's so many stories that can be told. That is our goal, is to be able to capture these stories, to be able to give hope to millions, and to really showcase all the great things. And with Dr. Shamsheer offering 10 initially, it would be even more hope for many. So with that, I really wanted to thank Dr. Paley, Dr. Munjed, the whole Paley team, all the OT team to make sure that all of this happened. Whenever Dr. Paley comes in, it's a storm that comes through, but it's an amazing storm, and it takes a lot of orchestration behind the scenes to make this week possible. And I wanted to thank for all those who are involved with that, and thank all of you for coming and making this a very memorable evening. With that, thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mujtaba. Now I request our leadership and chief guest to join us for a group photo. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you once again to everyone who joined us today. Your presence marks the beginning of a new era in orthopedic care in the region. We wish continued success to the clinical teams and hope this clinic becomes a center of healing, innovation, and hope for all it serves. We now invite you all to enjoy some light refreshments, which will be served near the cafe area. Please feel free to mingle and continue the conversation as we celebrate this special occasion together.